Hello everybody, it's EzraTime here and welcome back to another reaction videos, and today we are finally getting a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is from the Summer Game Fest. Again, for Indonesian, the time for the Summer Game Fest was actually on 2 a.m. in the morning, so that's why I'm not be able to like tune in obviously. But yeah, I was like hoping that we get to see Rebirth on Summer Game Fest, because like on the Square Enix Twitter they've been doing like a countdown basically from day 1 to day 7, where they releasing comments and stuff like that. But I'm just like, okay, I'm hoping they're gonna release it on Summer Game Fest. But I'm also like cautious because I have no idea if if Square Enix is like trolling again. Who knows, right? But no, they are actually dropping the trailer now, and I cannot wait. We're gonna do a reaction to it, and then we're gonna do like a breakdown because I just cannot wait to talk about it. So without further ado, so start the trailer, shall we?
We're still here at the scene of this
Whoa.
terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2.
Oh, Barrett? Tifa?
Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Red 13? There's Aerith right there? Wait. Are they dead? Oh, man.
Wow. Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
Maybe the volume is too
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
Oh man, look at that. I wish I could play this, man. I
was
really
wondering,
do.
what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
Oh,
This
there
is
you
gonna
go.
sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in
Chocobo.
Nibelheim 5 years ago.
Oh, Tifa is already doubting that.
Life's
This is great,
dream.
because that's the OG story.
It is the very essence of our star.
Hey, Bugenhagen.
The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
God, he's gonna explain everything. I
According to
cannot wait.
Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth.
Is that the Mithril
Shadows
Cave or
of the
something? I
Mad,
forgot.
I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Yeah, that is the question. We have no idea. I guess we get the bigger picture, but still.
think we woke it up.
That is
Angered
that
it more
mystery
like.
right there. Ah, damn it, man! This connection. Fucking hate it. Anyway, sorry guys. Anyway, let's continue. Jeez. Thank you so much.
Feast your eyes on the
Hey,
Turk's
Elena.
latest and greatest. Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
Huh? And Carson sang. Oh god, the Cloud Tifa moment again. I love it. God, this looks amazing. I love it. Oh, is that Junon? That might be Junon. I might be wrong. Oh, dude, the team up attack. Yeah, they keep talking about this like team up attack. Hey, Yuffie. Oh, so. Oh, this game is gonna be so big, and I love it.
What the? Keep her away from me!
They say she's a monster,
Oh, I think that might be the
that she
shit.
can
if I'm not
peer
mistaken.
inside you, into the very depths of your soul. That she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
You murdered
That's
my
Cloud.
dad! You burned my village!
Oh god.
You
Sin.
know that I killed her. So,
Oh,
who
damn.
is she?
That blood, damn. Wow, man, what a trailer. Onto this, damn. This game is super big, man. Early 2024. Yeah, I think I thought that the game's gonna be released maybe on March or April 2024, which is the same time frame for the remake, right? I didn't expect for 2 days. Again, it's on PS5, so again, I'm not gonna be able to play it, but I just want to watch this because I'm a big fan of it, and I want to experience the hype train for Final Fantasy VII. Even though I can't play it. I want to play it, but I can't. But so I'm sorry for that. I know that some of you probably thinking that, well, why would you be reacting to this trailer, Ezra? What are you doing? Well, I'm a big fan, man. I want to talk about it. I want to share my love for Final Fantasy VII in a way, and I don't think this is the best way to do that. But I don't know. I just want to talk about it, and I hope you guys don't mind about it. So, yeah. Anyway, let's just do a breakdown for the trailer. There is so much more going on, especially in the beginning. Holy shit.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2.
So a massive tornado. It's also interesting. Wait, what's the line? Sector what?
Caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2.
Sector 0, 1, and 2, which is interesting. And then we see Barrett
it's the wreckage of
potentially dead. Again, I think this might be the character just dying, but at the same time, we have no idea. I think this is maybe them dead on another timeline, right? Because we know that Zack is still alive, and I feel like to me, it's pretty clear they are on a different timeline. We got the main timeline where we're gonna follow Cloud and the gang, and then we got Zack timeline. And then I feel like this scene right here, this scene doesn't exist in the OG game. I think it's like a brand new scene for Rebirth. So this might be like a hint for a different timeline, And again, it's interesting that it's a tornado that basically swipes sector 0 to 2, which is interesting because I feel like on the game we never actually go to sector 0, 1, or 2, and yet we have this character right here that basically again may be dead potentially, right? Which is interesting because like they just like our character just spent our time on sector 7 mostly, and then on some capacity sector 5 and maybe sector 6, and that's it. And then yet we found this character dead here, potentially on sector 0 to 2. So the question is that why are they there in the first place, right?
The expressway. Search and rescue operations are already in progress.
And there's Red 13 again. There's Aerith again, potentially maybe dead. And then we see Sephiroth Feather. So it's like, yeah, probably indicating that Sephiroth is the one who like responsible for this. Also, the music, man, the music that they use in this scene is like.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster.
Like, no. Like, it's actually the same music. I remember this is the same music from Final Fantasy VII Remake when we enter the singularity point, from chapter 18, where Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Red 13, and Barrett as they walk through like a portal, and then they arrive at the singularity. And then I remember this music is playing when we fight the Whisper Harbinger, the big dude, right? The big monster in the end of Remake. This exact same music play, and also like, man, the graphics is just amazing, man. Holy shit. I think they might be using Unreal Engine 5 maybe, or maybe still Unreal Engine 4, who knows. But man, look fantastic. We see like apparently a tornado. Some people might say that it might be the Whisper from the singularity point. I mean, they use that same music when they enter the singularity from the remake, so I think it might be the Whisper that actually caused the tornado to happen. And then because like this timeline probably wasn't supposed to exist in the first place, right? So it's obviously gonna be different. So it's kind of like kill the main party member, but we don't see Cloud in the will get wheeled away by Shinra. So I think maybe Cloud is still alive on Zack timeline, right? So who knows, and I absolutely love it where they actually hit us with this, the unknown journey continues, because even if you are like a big fan of Final Fantasy VII, you have no idea what's gonna happen in this game. I'm a fan of the OG game as well, and I know the story, for the most part. But even then, I don't exactly know what's gonna happen on the end game for the remake trilogy. What is Sephiroth's actual plan? I'm assuming this from the planet like he used to be, but it seems like it's gonna be much more than that. And I love it. They hit us with this. The unknown journey continues, because this is like a brand new scene from the trailer itself. Like this wasn't supposed to happen in the OG game. This is like a brand new scene. So I think this might be a Zack's timeline kind of things. Because after that we jumps back to the main party member, and they are fine, totally fine. Because remember, they are not going back to Midgar until part 3. So
just look at it all.
That.
It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still.
I don't exactly know what location this is, so. Maybe people can tell me what it is, because again, there is so many locations in the original game.
Strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
God, I love this shot right here. Which remind me of the idea of like Final Fantasy VII is actually a semi-open world game, in some capacity, because when I first experienced remake, I don't exactly have any experience from the OG Final Fantasy VII story, so I thought that it's just gonna be them in Midgar, they fighting Shinra, and then that's it. You know, like you're not gonna leave Midgar. And then I wasn't playing, but like I watched like a walkthrough, and then I watched a let's play, for the OG FF7, and then I saw a scene where they're actually leaving Midgar, and I was like, holy shit, you know, like they're actually living Midgar. There is so many cities and places and storyline and twist and turn that's actually gonna happen in the game. Holy shit, man. Like, you know, I was mind blowing. Like my mind just exploded when I first saw that in the OG game, that, oh, you live Midgar and there is a bunch of open world stuff that you can explore. Like, damn. Because I feel like to so many people, that's where Final Fantasy VII truly started, you know, like when you leave Midgar and then you find out that the story is like so much more than just like them against Shinra, but it's also against Sephiroth, you know. Sephiroth is like obviously the main villain, and it's like, damn, I did not expect that, and I was like so mind blown at the time. Even though it's the OG FF7, so obviously the graphics all like old and stuff like that, is polygon, right? But I still mind blown that you can actually explore the world because I always thought it's gonna be in Midgar only, and I feel like this is what I'm getting from the trailer, that especially this shot right here saying that, yeah man, this is like a big world that the character is going to explore, and you're gonna experience a different storyline. It's just great.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
I love that a lot though, that Tifa and Aerith are basically besties, you know, best friends. And I like that Tifa is basically asking, you know, basically asking Aerith like, what is Cloud has been doing in a way, because yeah, she doesn't know that Cloud has been went through hell in that 5 years, you know, because if you play Crisis Core, you know what's happening to Cloud and Zack, and then I think it was also revealed in the original game, you know. But again, in the original game, like she has this line, but they don't really go too deep into that. I think that's one of the criticism for the OG game, that it was there, but the character never actually talk about that like consistently, you know. Which I'm glad they actually decided to make Tifa questioning where is Cloud, you know, what's happening, you know. I think it's
This
great.
is gonna sound crazy.
I think this is the Chocobo farm, if I'm not mistaken.
But
you can see Aerith and Red 13 there, I think. I think that's Red 13, right? And then I think that's Aerith.
As far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
There you go. I found this like funny complaint about Tifa not telling the truth to Cloud, you know. And at first I initially thought that, well, she could just tell the truth when I don't exactly know too much about the story. But over the time, when I learn more about the story and the character, it makes sense why she doesn't tell Cloud immediately, because that line right there, she doesn't even know that Cloud was in Nibelheim. So like she doesn't know the truth, you know, about Cloud being in Nibelheim, because we all know that Cloud was in Nibelheim, but not as a first-class soldier, but as a Shinra infantryman, basically like a security officer, you know, for Shinra. So like he was in Nibelheim, you know, but Tifa doesn't know that, you know, so she doesn't know the truth, and then she start questioning Cloud's storyline, and then she shared that with Aerith, you know, and I think that's amazing, because again, I feel like it's understandable why Tifa doesn't tell Cloud like the truth. It's not even the truth, because she doesn't even know that Cloud was in Nibelheim, so it's not the truth, you know. And obviously, if she does tell Cloud that, yeah, hey, like this is not the memory, then I'm assuming that Sephiroth is gonna jump in and then like going to manipulate that even more, which I think he will manipulate Cloud in the end of the trailer there. But yeah, I really like that Tifa decided to question that a lot more this time, because again, this is a remake, so obviously they're gonna be more consistent with the story, with the conflict, and I love it so much, you know, because again, in the OG game, you don't get that a lot, you know. You get some of that on some line, you know, and then obviously they never talk about it again, you know, because of like technology and stuff like that. So now you have this like remake, so they can exactly be consistent with the conflict between Cloud and Tifa, and I absolutely love it, you know. Cannot wait.
The life stream.
The planetarium, Bugenhagen, yep.
It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
God, he looks amazing. I really wondering if Bugenhagen is going to mention something about the whispers, and then maybe like the idea of like a different timeline. I'm wondering. Maybe not on when you first met him. I think this is like the exact scene and line from the OG game, you know. But I'm assuming that he's gonna explain that more, maybe in part 3. Who knows? But yeah, it's great, man, to see him again.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the man I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgar. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what.
See, I think this line by Tifa is interesting. I think I don't remember if this line was actually in the OG game. Like I misremembering stuff maybe, I don't know. But even if it was, I think this is interesting because it's kind of like have a double meaning in a way, because like obviously he's coming back for Cloud, I'm assuming, right? Because he needs Cloud. But also like Sephiroth has other plan that even we, the OG fan, we have no idea what Sephiroth's plan is, you know, because we know that he's gonna destroy the planet and absorb the live stream and then become a god basically. But I feel like it's gonna be much more than that, and I feel like Tifa line here is interesting because I feel like they're gonna explore that even further. Or this might be just like a line from the original game, but even then, I think it has a maybe has a double meaning again. It's just my thoughts. I know some people might be thinking that I'm I'm like thinking this a bit too much. Maybe I am, but like again, I think it's fun to just like theorizing, you know, in my opinion.
What?
So, yeah.
Well now.
Oops, sorry guys.
Angered it, more like.
I think this is like the Mithril Cave boss, right? From the OG game, maybe? I don't know. Now you can control Red 13. And Elena is here, which is cool.
Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
God, I love this so much. You know, seeing Cloud and Tifa just being a badass, you know, which is kind of like a callback to the OG game where they kind of did a similar shot. It's really cool, man. Really cool. Just want to point it out. Oh man, all of this open world, I guess, is just amazing. Yeah, there is Junon right there. You can actually see the cannon here, and then you see the high wind ship. I think. Hold on a second. I have to remove my camera first. Hang on. Which is, yeah. There it is. Like you get to see the cannon here, and then you get to see the high wind. I think this might be the high wind up here. You know. Which is this is Junon, and I really cannot wait to see Junon in the whole Junon town, man. I just really cannot wait, man. And then obviously, you know what's gonna happen to this town in part 3, right? It's gonna be amazing, and I cannot wait, man. So yeah, that's the big cannon. Holy moly! And then the high wind is there. I don't think we're gonna be able to ride the high wind until part 3. I think the game itself might be end with the high wind and stuff like that, maybe. But you're not gonna be able to ride it like in the OG game until part 3. I'm assuming at least. But yeah, it's good to see the ship is there. At least I'm assuming this is like the high wind. I might be wrong. So yeah. This team up attack, man. Yeah, because they talk about this a lot in the Q&A, where they wanted to have like a team up attack kind of game, you know, and we kind of see that in intermission with Yuffie, the Yuffie DLC with Sonon, right? And now they're really utilizing this a lot, you know, like Red 13 and Yuffie, and then you got Aerith and Tifa, and then after this you got Cloud and Barret, I'm assuming, right?
Keep her away from me!
Yuffie just afraid. I thought Yuffie is like hugging Cloud there for a second. Maybe he does, but yeah. I think this is like a scene from the boat, right, where they encounter Sephiroth, and the Sephiroth changes to like this form of the Jenova.
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you,
Talking about
into
Jenova,
the
I'm
very
assuming.
depths of your soul, that she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
Scream. Yeah.
Oh god.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
There it is. There it is, guys. Sephiroth is already messing with Cloud's mind. You know, like, oh, I killed Tifa, so who is she? You know, and it's like, God, I love it so much. You know, that Sephiroth is like manipulating Cloud's mind. Also, just as a quick note, I don't expect them to have blood here. I mean, it's a tiny blood, you know, but usually when you have like a T or like a PG-13 game, usually there's barely any blood, you know. Actually, on general, there is barely any blood, so I was like, whoa, okay, they added a little bit of blood there, which I appreciate, to be honest, because yeah, Sephiroth really slashed Tifa, and then obviously she's like dying there. But yeah, I absolutely love it. They actually manipulate. Sephiroth is like trying to manipulate it. Cloud's mind. They basically try to keep him away from Tifa, and obviously that's gonna lead to something big in the end. And I'm just like, yes, I cannot wait. At least in the end of this game, which I really cannot wait, because I'm pretty sure the game is gonna end on Northern Crater, because again, we did see the flashback for the Northern Crater so many times in the trailer, we even see Cloud here talking about reunion, so it's definitely gonna end there. And I just love it so much, man. And man, Sephiroth is so cool. I'm not gonna lie, he's so cool, man. And yeah, I just cannot wait for this game to come out. Again, probably not being able to play it, but I cannot wait to see a let's play. I cannot wait to see like a live stream for a live stream for that, and I am gonna be watching Maximilian do a live stream, and it's gonna be really really fun, I want to play the game myself, but again, it's exclusively on PlayStation 5. And I don't have PlayStation 5, and it's expensive for me, so yeah, I don't have the money to do that, so I'm sorry. I wanted to play the game so bad, but I just can't. So the only thing that I can do is obviously just talk about it, and I'm really hoping that you guys don't mind that I talk about the game, even though I don't exactly play it. I want to play it, but I just can't. Because I don't have enough money to do that, But either way, I'm excited for Rebirth. I'm excited to watch like a let's play or like a live stream later on in 2024, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun game, man. It's gonna be a big game. It's on 2 discs. Like, since when the last time I remember playing a game that has multiple discs, which is like a long time ago. And I feel like right now, even though how no matter how big your game is, usually they're just like on 1 disc, and I feel like that's how, on my knowledge anyway. But Rebirth has 2 discs, so it's like this game is super big, it's super huge, and you gotta remember, like, even though they obviously told the story for the OG game, which is like already super massive anyway, they also have a new material for Zack's timeline, and they showed that a little bit again on the beginning here. And I feel like I'm wondering where this is gonna appear in the game, how they're gonna jump back between the 2 timeline, I'm assuming. Max keeps saying that it's gonna be like a Laguna stuff from Final Fantasy VIII, I think, where they jumping back and forth between Squall and Laguna. So maybe that's what they're going to do here. They're going to jump between Cloud and then Zack. Because I'm assuming this is like Zack timeline. Because again, the music is from the Singularity Point and then the Tornado. Assuming that's like the Whisper, and then we see the character like, Barrett, Tifa, and stuff like that. Potentially they are dead here.
Amidst the wreckage,
I don't think they're actually like, like maybe they're just in critical condition. Who knows, But I'm assuming they're dead, because the dead in Final Fantasy VII, sometimes they just like, they're just badly beaten, and then that's it. They're dead potentially. But then again, who knows? Who knows? Because again, the game hasn't coming out, so I'm just making theory here. So chill for people who are disagreeing with me. That's fine. But I'm just hoping that this is like a different timeline, because I don't remember seeing them coming back to Midgar in the OG game. They never come back to Midgar until they have a high wind, and then like they jump down to Midgar. And it's really clear here that the scenery is different. There's like a tornado happening. It's on broad daylight, like the character is being like wheeled away here. So I think this might be like a different timeline right here, right there. We don't see Cloud here, and then obviously we jump back to the main party member that we're going to be following for the majority of the game, which is gonna be interesting, because also I think the developer even said that Zack is gonna be a key character in Rebirth. So it's like, oh, okay, that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, guys, that's my reaction and breakdown for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm sorry if I talk a lot, guys. I'm just excited for this game. It sucks that I can't play it, because again, it's on PlayStation 5, So it really sucks, man. But because I really really wanted to play it, But here I am talking about it, Again, I hope you guys don't mind that I just want to share my my excitement for Final Fantasy VII. I feel like this is like the one thing that I can do, just react to things and then just talk about it in general. For the story, for the gameplay itself is the one that I can't exactly comment on, because again, I don't exactly play the game. But for the story and the character, that's the one thing that I really wanted to focus on when I'm making the Final Fantasy VII videos, So there you have it. Yeah, this is a great trailer. I really cannot wait for more. I think there's gonna be like a 7 main events for Final Fantasy VII. This might be the first one of Summer Game Fest, so we're gonna have 6 more in a 6-month time, I'm assuming, because they're going to have to reveal Sid, and then Vincent, and then Kate Sid. Those are the 3 characters that they haven't revealed. Technically, Kate Sid appeared in the remake, but it's just like a tiny bit, you know. So they're gonna have like a 3 big character reveal in the future, obviously, and then maybe some trailer about Zack timeline. That would be amazing to see that, but who knows? But yeah, guys, that's my reaction for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And again, let me know in the comment section below, guys, what do you guys think about this trailer right here? Do you guys have any theory for what's gonna happen in the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? What do you guys think about my theory that about like the beginning there, the tornado stuff is actually on the different timeline? Like, what do you guys think about that? You know, do you guys agree or disagree? Again, whatever is your stand on it, I respect you. So please just calm down, okay? I'm just making theory. I'm just having fun here. So please don't be mad at me, please. So if you want to share your comments on the trailer and then on the theory itself, feel free to share it in the comment section below, because I love to hear thoughts about it. But either way, guys, that's my reaction. And if you guys enjoyed, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, usual stuff, guys. And again, stay tuned for more Final Fantasy VII videos in the future. I think that they released an Ever Crisis trailer, which I'm gonna be reacting to that. But yeah, guys, that's so far that's my reaction for this Rebirth trailer. I really cannot wait to see more of that. And again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one then. Bye.